Good evening.
It's Germany's entrant to the Eurovision Song Contest.
Let's talk track!
That's no points from the Kent jury.
Nil. What?
Wow. Okay. Disappointing. It's our birthday. We are 1 year's anniversary.
And single.
Year. Oh, golly. What a year it has been.
We've laughed, we've cried, and we've loved.
We've drunk a lot of booze.
There's been births, there has been deaths, there has been shows, there has been internationalness. The world has stopped.
There have been many hats.
The world has restarted. There's been many hats and many costume changes.
Many collectibles.
Yes, and we used to have many hosts, but we're down to 3.
Wherever there is injustice, you will find us.
Wherever liberty is threatened, we'll be there.
So let's go through it. Megan says hello. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Linda
Megan.
says happy birthday, gents.
Hi, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Christoph is in from Austria, not Germany. Apparently there is a difference. Hello, says Nadim. Megan.
One of the best TV shows of all time.
Absolutely.
Hi, all. Happy birthday. Chris all pops in.
Hey,
Chris.
And look at Chris's little one there.
Oh, bless. We miss Chris. Chris, it's welcome back. Linda says you entertain many her hilariously. Paul's on board. Happy birthday.
Hey, Paul.
Carol says, loving the chat.
That's an interesting picture.
Whoop.
Oh.
So let's talk about the show. I mean, it's been on for a whole year since we decided rather foolishly to do this. So I'm going to take this somewhere off because it actually hurt my head. Many respects.
Look, we're in the same room.
I know. What's happened?
But we're allowed to do this now. The law has been changed.
Yes, we're allowed to marry legally now.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Rosie, ça va?
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Mais aujourd'hui, où est-ce que c'est le singe?
So we would like to know where our furthest away viewer is in the world. So we are based in the United Kingdom. So where's the person longest away from us? I know we have some friends in America that watch, and we have friends in some people who watch us from Guatemala, and some people that watch us from Brazil.
That's all part of America.
Yeah, well, it's sad, isn't it? Yeah, God. So you'd have thought this would be going on a year later. Yeah.
I mean, dear viewer that's watching this evening, Chicago, yes, a long way away. You've got to. We've been doing this for a whole year now, and I think I speak for myself and James and Carl when we want to say a very special thank you to Dan. It was Dan's idea for us to do this, and he messaged. He said, "Look, lockdown is happening. There's no new stuff coming out. You know, let's for us, for our sake, let's just do a show and have a chat and see where it goes." And we have been doing it solidly for a year now, and I have to say, I don't know about you guys, I look forward to it every week, every Sunday at 9 p.m. And yeah, everyone in the comments now is saying, can't wait for London. Why did you quote Three Amigos? Yeah.
Because we are the Three Amigos.
Because we are the Three Amigos, yeah. And Stephen Charles Ellis is saying, London. So honestly, the best thing about doing this show is I feel that we've made a lot of friends through our viewer. And we can't wait to meet you at the Excel. And we've come up with a special code word, so we know if you're from the next Let's Talk Trek community, you just need to come up to any of us in the bar and say, "Would you like a drink?"
Mm. Yes, it's a very good code. It works really well. You know when you hear a room from a noise from the other side of the room, and you're thinking, "Wonder what that is?" It's through the door. So I'm just wondering what's going on.
I freaked out Claire last night. I closed the door while we were both sitting on the sofa, and she thought the door had closed on its own through some spooky action, such as our friend Ronan. And no, all I've done has just gone closed.
Oh, okay.
Ronan's got a more intimate way of spooking someone out. You need a longer arm for that.
Oh, well, let's have a look. So Cindy's in from Dallas, Texas. Megan says she loves the show. Nadim, sad for not having tuned in from the beginning. They are all available on Facebook as watch-alongs. You can watch them again.
Yes,
Everything's available.
You can really subject yourself to that if you should choose.
Just out of interest, our friends in America, we've got one from Chicago with her bean and one from Texas, which is further away from us. Texas.
We also have the lovely Anne-Marie, who joins us every week from New York.
Yeah.
But sometimes she catches on watch along. But we do keep in touch with Anne-Marie. And the guys from Virtual TrekCon as well, who invited us over.
Only a Carpathian would choose New York in the 20th century.
Happy birthday from the Autocol. And a big shout out to Chris. Chris was one of our, he's our standby guest presenter when we need a standby guest presenter. Chris has his own Facebook site, which is called Diary of a Lincoln Geek. He does a lot of stuff.
And it celebrated its own anniversary this week, Dan.
It really did. And they do their own things with lots of board games and stuff. So please go and check him out on that. It's well worth a mooch, especially if you like to play actual serious board games that aren't the type of things we play, which is like Monopoly and Top Trumps. If you play actual real board games, he's the person to speak to. So, yes. Linda says that Dallas is farther away.
Right, okay.
Further south, I believe.
Then I believe that you're our furthest viewer this evening.
Paul Simons, thank you, Dan, for a great idea, and thanks, guys, for doing the show. It's highlights my week, and great to catch up with you on the same way, and love the screening and episode nights. We are having, of course, Alan says, of course, I use YouTube for catch-up. We are going to be having another watch-along soon, and we are doing First Contact. Now, have we decided if it's the episode or the film?
And
well, we know which is preferable.
Well, I think we should do the episode because we interviewed the
Carolyn Seymour.
Yeah, we interviewed Carolyn Seymour at Folkestone, so we could run the interview and then watch the episode. I think that would be a good idea.
Yes, we can run the interview and the photograph of her sitting in my chair.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's actually a really good episode. And she drops a little nugget in the interview, which not a lot of people know about. I won't say to spoil it, but yeah, it's actually a good interview, and she's very good value, isn't she? I think she's
very good, very entertaining, very personable, very chatty.
Yeah. Chris says check him out on doalg.co.uk. Cindy says Dallas, Texas is
7,648 kilometres, presumably.
Yes,
4,000. That's a big Uber bill.
Yeah, I mean, my step counter would struggle with that.
So let's go through the obvious question. Tonight we are missing Carl. Carl has had.
Hang on. Every time I put this hat on, I'm Carl. Okay.
Yes. Let's get a Carl hat. I like that idea.
Carl always wears this hat, so now I'm Carl.
I haven't got a hat.
No, we're all Carl.
If you take that thing off your head, Richard.
I don't want to blind anyone. Just everyone squint.
There you go. Take it off properly. Yeah, that's Carl's hairline after all this stuff I've been messing around.
You all brave because he's not here.
He's close enough he could still drive over and twat you.
I was just saying, I was just thinking in my head, actually, I should probably be less brave because now he can legally come round to my house. So,
oh, you two got married too. Lovely.
Yeah.
Now, Dan, could we, before we get too far into tonight, ask for people to put themselves forward to be contestants on Blankety Blank?
Indeed.
And actually one extra bod to come on and be a panellist, because we've only got 2 panellists otherwise.
Yeah, if someone wants to dial into the show, literally any viewer at all that wants to dial in and be a panellist on Blankety Blank,
Blankety Blank,
would be delighted to see you, Linda.
Blankety Blank.
Right, so let's do some features, and we should go from there. So let's do our first feature. So it's going to be this one.
Well, good evening, Daniel, and welcome to Booze Reviewz from Use. And today I'm going to be able to inflict this cocktail on Richard, or my assistant, Beaker. This evening's cocktail is called the Gin Tack. And Gin Tack is, in fact, a Klingon designation for a favoured and honoured member of a great house. So, for this evening's cocktail, you will need some Ocampan gin, but if you can't find Ocampan gin, why not use Kentish-made Anno gin, the greatest gin there is. You will also need, here we are, some Ferengi lime juice. What we know about Ferengi limes is, of course, they are
Moist.
moist. Yes, excellent. You will then need some Tellarite ginger beer. Tellarite ginger beer is pink. I didn't. Okay, never mind. I forgot to bring the mint. Well, we'll do without that. And we need some ginger and we need some lime. So, according to the instructions, what we do is we take our glasses. Where's the ice, Richard? Over here.
The tweezers are there.
Splendid. Ooh, look at Dan's shirt. Let's load our glasses up with some ice. I've never felt this cool doing cocktails before. Right. So, first thing is to pour our Ocampan gin. Do you want a single or a double?
Double.
Double, right. Good choice.
So while you're doing it, Alan has that shirt. Megan says she's going to be a volunteer.
But do you also
Chris
own
will be
the
a volunteer.
moustache? I'd like to know, Alan. Do you own the moustache as well as the shirt?
Cindy wants us to do round table together.
What round table?
Round table.
When me, you.
We're not knights.
Oh, I'm
well, I am.
One of us is. Right, okay. Lime juice. Lime juice next, right. 15ml. So it's very important to use Ferengi lime juice to get the full moist quantities. Oh, yes, Nadine, that's a perfect idea. Let's all do Hawaiian shirts. Everyone else turns up in Star Trek uniforms and costumes. Let's forget that. Let's just wear Hawaiian shirts.
We could do it for one of the parties one evening. We could do.
Well, let's do it the entire time.
Even while we're in the shower.
So let's use our Tellarite ginger beer. Oh, blimey. Tellarite ginger beer. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Here we go.
Alan says that he's currently growing a moustache for a forthcoming cosplay where he pretends to be a serious counsellor.
Who is the greatest moustache wearer of all time? Is it Selleck or Chaplin?
Are we talking greatest or most famous?
Greatest.
Oh, greatest.
I mean, frankly, all three of us are wearing moustaches.
I think possibly the greatest moustache of all time has to go to my close and personal friend, Lord Lucan.
Ferengi lime wedge there. And courtesy of the present Mrs. Dillon, ginger. Sliced.
Do we eat the ginger?
You can if you want to. And there we have it. That is the Gin Tack.
And how is it Star Trek related, please, James?
Well, because it's named after a position of authority in a great Klingon house.
What's it called?
The Gin Tack.
Oh, wouldn't Klingons be great on Eurovision Song Contest? This is Kronos calling. Nirpwa.
Kabla!
Oh, well, I mean, the greatest wearer of the moustache must be. I mean, possibly.
A bit flat, but yeah.
It's not the greatest moustache-wearing gentleman, Clive Smith.
Who?
Oh, Terry Thomas.
No, Clive Smith. He played the husband in Keeping Up Appearances, Richard,
Ah,
with Hyacinth.
Richard Kay.
Yes, Richard Bucket.
That's all about David Niven. There's no rule that David Niven couldn't bring class to.
David Niven's finely oiled moustache was a thing of beauty.
Oh, let's not forget Terry Thomas.
Well, Terry Thomas, of course.
Terry Thomas. Hard cheese, old boy.
I say, where did you find this lovely bounder?
Leslie Phillips. Leslie Phillips.
That makes sense. I must ask you a question. But
go on then, make sure.
I'll shave it for later. Paul said, sounds a great idea. Richard suggested Pineapple Motif shirts a few shows back, and I've seen some on Amazon. There's some on Zavi. Zavi have got some great Star Trek shirts.
I remember I did say that, but I think Pineapple Motif shirt maybe is a bit much. I think if everyone who watches Let's Talk Trek turns up for the first night in the bar all wearing Hawaiian shirts, I think I'd be delighted, and we'll get a big group selfie picture photo thing done. That'd be lovely. And then use the code word, would you like a drink?
Essentially, we are. If you're in Britain tonight, we are the equivalent of the original Top Gear crew. In that you've got a James, we've got a short, we've got a James who's sensible, we've got a short Richard, and we've got
a short, enthusiastic Dick. Thank you.
And we've got a Northern oaf that's obviously Clarkson. This is me. You know, this is the original Top Gear crew. James is obviously Captain Slow. So,
well, I used to have a Jaguar until my daughter turned up and spoiled it. Now I'm driving around in a Ford C-Max.
I have no sympathy. You decided to have a daughter.
Well, yes, and she lights up every day.
And in fairness, a C-Max is easier to dent.
It's less expensive to dent. It's true.
You've got to remember, the newer your car is, the more your wife's allowed to ruin it. Isn't that correct, Richard? Right, let's do Carl's Collectible Corner.
Oh, hang on, I'll put the hat on. That's the whole thing.
Hello, dear viewer. My name is Carl, and this is Collectible Corner.
Hang on a minute, just stop. You don't sound northern enough.
Freedom! Too northern. Yeah.
Too far north. Too far north.
All right.
The problem with Scotland is it's full of Scots.
Okay, so let's bring it a little less than the top of Scotland. Referendum!
Independence.
I'm very angry.
I'm not angry.
It's what it is. It is the Hogron. It is a Hogron. It is a Hogron Tiki mug. It was from the UK retailer Zavi, who I have mentioned before. They are not sponsoring the show, but they do have lots of cool stuff, like all this stuff behind me on their website.
We are available to be sponsored if you're listening from Zavi.
Absolutely. If you are from the Hut Group, who are based up the road, like in the next village along, work with us.
The Hut Group?
Yes.
That's in Jabba, the...
Yes, it's the Hut Group that owns Zavi.
I'd just like to challenge accepted in the comments there. Joe says that Dan is more northern than you, Richard. Well, I'll have you know, Joe, that I was born in posh Yorkshire. So what's further north? Where were you born, Dan?
I was actually born in Southport, which is...
Southport.
Yes. Which is...
I was born in Harrogate. So who's the most northern?
I thought it was Harrogate.
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 We're above Yorkshire.
Right. Joe wants to see cocktails drunk out of geeky tikis. Every country has a south.
Lots of planets have a north.
Does the Antarctic? Because the Antarctic is all south.
I'm not sure the Antarctic's a country. It's a continent, isn't it?
If you were to stand in at the magnetic South Pole, then any direction you go would be north.
Have you finished building your £1,200 ship yet? No. I'm waiting still for parts to arrive from Eagle Moss and to replace the ones that are broken, is what Carl would say if he was still here.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Does anyone have a technical drawing for one of these? Why would you want a technical drawing? Just buy one, you cheapskate. It's £15.
What's a technical drawing of that going to be?
And then just 3D scan it.
Well, hang on a moment. I think that's a bit harsh because I happen to know that Alan partakes of a pottery class on a Thursday evening, and perhaps he wants to make one of his own.
Who's the chap in Riker's Beard who does 3D printing? Dave, Scrappy Dave, his eBay shop is called, and he makes horgons and Geordie visors and all sorts of things. Dave Timbrell Clark, that's who it is. Look him up.
Does he do?
I mentioned about ripping one off by 3D scanning it, and Nadim calls me a scouser, which I think is a bit harsh.
They do that, don't they?
Hey, calm down.
They do that, don't they?
Mate, why mix some alloy wheels when you can 3D print them? Lincoln, says Chris. Hooray, independence.
What's the context to that comment?
I had a sausage once from Lincoln.
So Joe Pell texted me this week, and she's like, "I've got all these things in my Zavvi basket, and I'm thinking of taking some bits out of it. I've put too much in. What do you think?" Now she asked me, should she buy Star Trek related things or not? To which I told her, she's like, "I'm going to take the books out and leave the physical items." I said, "Oh no, books are knowledge, and knowledge is priceless. That's why you should leave the books in."
Knowledge is power.
Exactly. And she's like, "Okay." And then she's like, "It doesn't matter. It's my husband's credit card anyway." So I was like, "I'll just spend away." And now she's complaining about it. It's like, get a grip.
It's a good job Joe's husband doesn't watch this, isn't it?
I know. Nearly just. Right. So let's stop being Carl and go back to being Dan.
What would you say that's worth in pennies, though, Dan? No valuation.
Oh, golly. It's 100 pennies to a pound. It's 15 quid, so it's 1,500 pennies. That'll do. That's how my head sort of works. Brilliant. Excellent. Oh, gosh.
Have we got anyone that wants to A, play blankety blank, B, be a panel member for blankety blank yet?
Yes, Chris also wants to play blankety blank. He's already texted me to tell you.
So is he playing, not being a panelist?
Chris will play.
Right. We need a panelist.
Panelist can be Megan.
Megan, she's willing to dial in. Fantastic.
Or is she going to come into the same room as you? Oh, you're Megan or Megan who comments all the time and is with us every week?
Megan that's with us every week.
Brilliant. Okay.
Brilliant. It'd be lovely to see her.
It doesn't mean she's coming on the thing. She might just tell us.
No. She needs to come on. She needs to come on.
Oh, well, this is all.
Megan, you've got to come on.
You have to hold up your answers, Megan.
I'm listening to this in the car, and he's just heard that.
Cry emoji.
Should we say some more things about Joe?
Monkey face.
Quick! Let's stop getting Joe in trouble and get James in trouble. Claire, do you know that James spent some money on this week? That's what we usually do when we want to distract him. He bought a house. No,
Megan's today. Some no more nails and some filler.
Well, it looks like Megan's willing to dial in. She's just setting up. So she's
right. In that case, Richard's going to send Megan the link.
You can have your Meg as well. We could have a panel of 4. I mean, that's great.
What? Like let
me send Megan the link. Hang on.
Are we having like a meg off? Is this what?
Oh,
golly. A meg off.
Sounds like fun. I'm up for some of that.
Right. Do you remember this used to be a Star Trek show?
Right.
Yeah, but Star Trek's a bit dull. Let's talk about something else.
Megan, my dear, I've pinged you a message via social media to join the live stream.
Right. So while we're talking, I actually watched some Star Trek today. I watched the episode of Deep Space Nine when Benjamin Sisko picks up the traitor, the traitorous scum that was his security chief, which was
Eddington.
It was
Before you label him as a traitor, I think this warrants a little bit of discussion. Because I've just started rewatching Voyager after listening to Janeway's autobiography, and obviously it begins with the Marquis. So where do we stand with the Marquis chaps? Were they traitors? Were they patriots? Were they?
They were freedom fighters.
Well, this is actually what I was going to come to. It's the episode where Eddington and Sisko go looking for some missiles, which turns out not to be missiles at all, but Eddington's friends and family that are under attack. it's just how he dies at the end. He dies to protect the ones he loves, and how Sisko sort of hopes at the end that there are more Maquis out there, which is sort of a nice touch to the fact that there are more Maquis. They're just in the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah.
It's strange how Star Trek did that, and I love the little tie-ins across shows like that. So
did we ever find out what happened to the Maquis? Because obviously
they got wiped out completely.
They did. The episode with
were wiped out by the Dominion, weren't they?
But where do we, chaps? I'm genuinely interested. Where do we see the Maquis? Are the Maquis? Are they freedom fighters? Are they terrorists? How do we sympathise with them? Do we wish they'd just toe the line? How do we feel about the Maquis?
Well, they took their name from the French freedom fighters of World War II, didn't they?
But how do you feel about them, James?
I'm Starfleet by the book, so I have to go and arrest them. I am the law.
And how about you, Dan? How do you feel about the Maquis?
I'd probably turn a blind eye unless they're busy, doing anything that kills a Federation citizen. Is my sort of view on this. I don't mind if they're fighting for their survival. After all, the treaty that exiled them was made without any consultation. It just sort of happened.
But it saved so many lives. I mean, it stopped a war. Personally, I think they're rebel scum.
Well, the Maquis story obviously goes from TNG across to DS9 and then through into Voyager. So that is quite a story arc across the three, sort of.
Well, they did diddly squat with it in Voyager, didn't they?
No, they did. They did a fair bit actually with the Maquis story. They had a few.
Did they?
Yeah, they had a few ones in the comments. Someone just put about the B'Elanna's self-hurting episode after finding out the Maquis were wiped out by the Dominion. I really liked what they did with the Maquis because it showed the Federation wasn't perfect. It showed there were some people living in the Federation that were like, you know what? We don't like the Federation and what it stands for because it doesn't agree with what we want and need. So I enjoyed that because that's got when you've got an organisation like that in the future, that's got to happen. There are going to be some people who aren't happy with agreements that are made, and they're going to fight it. So what I thought the writers did really well, and I mean superbly well, was not glamorise the terrorism of them or the rest of it, but they tried to show how difficult it was for the Starfleet officers that sympathised with them. And to show both sides of the story. I thought it was a stroke of genius having the Maquis introduced. It's something you wouldn't have expected to have seen. I mean, they had the byline to it in TNG, and it was interesting, but it never went any further. And they carried it forward in DS9 and had those lovely storylines. I thought it was a stroke of genius.
So let's quickly have a look at. I've got people obviously queuing to come in as well, which I can see on my screen. You might not be able to. Ben says,
Vein, read the Picard tie novels because they sort of go along a similar theme, which is very interesting.
Joe Pell says, Ben says there is a morality behind their violence, which maybe makes it less wrong. So that's interesting. But terrorism is bad, and should have just sent JLP here to negotiate it in minutes. So there we go. Right.
There's no buns about it. Adults fighting makes you embarrassed to be an adult. Doesn't matter what the reasons are.
It's very true. Right, so let's do this bit.
Welcome to this evening's Blankety Blank. Dan, do we have a Stampity Stamp as well?
We do. Shall we introduce our guest first or do Stampity Stamp first? Which one do you want to do?
So do Stampity Stamp and then we'll do the guest.
Okay, so guests waiting. We are well aware that you're there. Don't worry, we are going to invite you in just a moment. But first of all, I'm going to move my mouse over this.
Pixelated stamp.
It is. We do a pixelated stamp first of all, and we will ask our guests.
I was relieved to find out that's what it was, and I wasn't just shit-faced.
Here we go.
Here it comes. Oh, that's Michael Burnham.
I don't know. I think that's an Enterprise uniform.
I think it's Michael Burnham, and that big blue bit is just the tears.
I'm with James. I think that's. Oh no, hang on! It's the stamp collection. It's a British one. Have we had that non-security Malcolm?
It's not just a British one because I've got international stamps as well. Sorry, James. Richard.
Oh, Burnham then. Burnham. You can see it's all watery and yeah.
Right, well, we'll come back to the stamp later on after blankety blank. Let us have your guesses. So we've got Mr. Holmes, Spock, Picard.
Oh, Nadim's gone for Picard. I'm changing my answer. I'm going for Picard.
Really?
Nadim always gets them.
Ooh.
Right, we'll come back to that in a moment.
Okay, let's go to blankety blank then. Can we have the theme again?
Can we have the special guest first so she can dance to the theme?
Well, let's do the theme. Round of applause for our guest side.
Chris, I'm so confused. Right, is Chris
Hang on.
playing or is he a panelist?
I just said to Chris, come on. So Chris is going to play or be a panelist. I don't mind.
Well, Chris can be a panelist if we've got two contestants.
Yeah, fine.
Don't mind. Happy birthday, guys.
Yes,
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Happy
We're wearing our
birthday to you guys
birthday.
as well, Chris.
Thank
No,
you.
that's not our birthday suits. That's what
How
we
did
wear
your
at work.
mega stream thing go?
Oh, the 24-hour game-a-thon. Yeah, really well. I managed to stay awake for 24 hours playing board games and raised over £250. So
Woo!
You've got a baby, Chris, so staying awake for 24 hours is part of the course.
yeah, no, we did good. The guys all rallied and we all played games for, like I say, for special effect. We raised, it's good. It's good cause.
So 24 hours of playing board games. So when is the second half of that Monopoly game?
Chris, is there a link for anyone who might want to donate to your charity?
Right. Well, the donation link's actually expired now, but if you do like to donate, you can go to specialeffect.org and you can actually donate to the cause and you actually see what it's all about.
Chris, one of our viewers tonight is called Joe. Joe, you've probably seen a couple of texts flashing up from. Joe has got the largest collection of board games I've ever seen in my entire life. You and her would probably get on very well.
Okay. Yeah.
Joe, what is it you play? Just quickly tell Chris so he can tell you if it's good or bad or what the rest of it. Right, Megan, hello, welcome to the show. Megan's our regular viewer.
Hello.
Hey, Megan, how are you doing?
This is awkward.
How's your studies going, Megan?
Not too bad. I start back with university stuff again tomorrow morning. So,
You're studying to be a nurse, aren't you?
yeah, I am.
Bravo, you. Well done.
Yep.
Excellent work.
So, presenter James, please present.
Right, so do we have two contestants? So we'll stand by on Chris as to whether he's a panelist or a contestant.
Well, let's
Can
have
we
these contestants because they're on the screen. So,
There you go.
No, but we need
Well,
a
we have enough panel. Calm down, dear. Calm down.
We can't. Dan, just right. Let the professional handle this.
okay. Fine.
Fishbowl of gin.
Right, okay, look, have you got your Megan there, Dan?
She's hiding.
Right, bring her on. She can be a panelist, and then we've got three panelists.
I'll be back.
Hang on a minute. Right, hang on. No,
Easy
wait.
brownie points now he is.
This has all gone wrong. Right. No, someone said they were going to play in the comment. Oh, no, you're here, aren't you? Right.
So I'll just explain the rules while Dan is out of the room. In case you're not familiar with the rules of Blankety Blank, I'm going to give each contestant a question which will feature a blank or blanks. You will then be invited to consider your response to the blank that you will fill in, and then we will go to our panelists and see if their answers match with yours. The one who gets the most matches will go forward to the Super Match Game.
Super match game.
And you'll be playing for some quite fabulous prizes tonight.
We've got some good prizes tonight. Oh, yeah.
And I can't wait to reveal the prizes when we get to the Super Match Game.
Super Match Game!
And if in the event that we have a tie,
You seem to be Megless.
Oh, there
No,
we
he's
go.
not.
There it is. Hello, Meg.
It's Secondary Meg. Hi, Secondary Meg.
No, she's Meg Prime.
Oh, is she?
No, backup Meg.
Hello, Meg Prime.
I'm the first nurse Meg. We've got student Meg and nurse Meg.
So we've got Meg and Meg the Next Generation.
Megan's trying to be me.
Okay, right. So,
Stop
we have a
copying
tie-
me!
Right. So, Chris, I'm going to come to you first.
Okay.
Okay, so here's your question. Are you ready?
No, but go for it.
This one is just for Chris. So,
I can see his, but I'm not going to look.
well, It's got a blank in it anyway. It doesn't matter if you can see the question. Do first. Okay, here comes the question. Right. Make sure you have the blankety blank music ready. We need to broaden our current sci-fi output, said the Director General of the BBC. What else do we have? The three great sci-fi franchises everyone knows are, of course, Star Trek, blank, and Star Maidens.
So, hang on a minute. I wasn't listening.
Okay, well, start the music and I'll repeat the question.
No, I'm trying to stop the music.
Okay, so
the music's on an Apple Mac, which are crap, and it's not.
Here comes the question
working.
again. So, we need to broaden our current sci-fi output, said the Director General of the BBC. What else do we have? The three great sci-fi franchises everyone knows are, of course, Star Trek, blank, and Star Maidens.
Right.
I've got mine.
Right, do our panelists all have an answer they've written down so that we can see it?
No, I didn't realise I had to write it down.
No. You're Chris, you don't. You're a contestant.
Oh, right, yes.
You're a contestant, so...
Right, everybody ready?
I have an answer, and Meg has an answer.
Okay, so Chris, here we come to you. So here's the question. We need to broaden our current sci-fi output, said the Director General of the BBC. What else do we have? The three great sci-fi franchises everyone knows are, of course, Star Trek, blank, and Star Maidens. What have you gone for?
Blake 7.
Blake 7, right. Richard, what have you got?
But don't we hear Megan's as well?
No, Megan's not playing this question.
Oh, okay. I didn't go for Blake 7. I'm terribly sorry, Chris. I went for Stargate.
Stargate, right.
Star,
Dan, what have you
Maiden,
got?
Star Trek, Stargate.
I went for Martin Bashir interviews.
Martin Bashir interviews. Okay, right. No match there. Meg,
No match there, no.
have you got the buzzer?
More Star Trek.
More Star Trek.
So
More
Star Trek, Star Maiden.
Okay, that's no matches there, Chris. Okay, so you set a high bar for Megan to follow there.
There's no helping you, is there?
Okay, right. Megan, here comes the question. Are you ready? Kirk and Meg were both known as ladies' men. When asked about this, each replied, quote, Starfleet officers do it on blank, close quote.
Sorry, do you mind saying that again? I could not hear what you were saying. Sorry.
Kirk and Riker were both known as ladies' men. When asked about this, each replied, Starfleet officers do it on blank. Let me know when you're all ready.
Probably sure, right?
I'm watching this little thing over there twirling away. That's the thing.
So just, if anyone from Apple's watching, please sort your shit out.
And if anyone from Apple's watching, we'd like to be sponsored. 4 new Mac Mini i3s would be perfect. Thank you.
Everybody ready?
This is the latest Mac. This is like $3,000 worth of Mac with the Retina display and everything.
Mate, my brand new Retina is exactly the same, and I think it is a faulty hard drive.
This microphone.
Next time you're away, I'll have a look.
Right, Megan, do you have an answer for us?
Yeah.
Okay, right. What's your answer?
I was going to say high on synthahol, so I'll just go with that. I honestly don't know. Sorry.
Starfleet officers do it high on synthahol. All right, okay.
High on synthahol.
Richard, what have you got?
I went for Starfleet officers do it on duty. It's my duty to do aliens.
All right, Dan?
So my answer was on command.
Went on duty. Alan went for duty. Nadine went for duty. Christoph went for duty.
I love that Christoph
Megan went
said
for
Captain's yacht and he's misspelled captain. Fresh sheets. So that's no matches. Look, the obvious answer was Starfleet officers do it on impulse.
Oh.
There you go. All right, so we're going to go to
Hello, Apple Mac.
A year on, we are so polished.
Let's go to the tiebreak question
Fun
then.
of the show.
Right, there's a tiebreaker. Okay, so this is for both Chris and Megan. Here comes your
Come on,
tiebreaker.
Meg, we can get one.
So
We can get one.
Yeah. Even
basically,
though
it's
we
whoever matches with the first member of the panel. So the first match you get goes through to the super match game. Right, here it comes. Malcolm Reed needed a version of Yellow Alert to go with his Reed Alert. He originally settled on blank after his best friend on the ship. So he named Red Alert after himself as Reed Alert. What did he choose for Yellow Alert?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Basically, name a character from Enterprise.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Right, okay, so what will happen is we're going to go to the panel one at a time. The first one who gets a match goes forward. Okay, ready? So, Richard, who have you got?
I went for Trip Alert.
Trip Alert.
You didn't get our answers?
No, you tell us if you match.
Oh.
So it's
Sorry.
the first one to match. Chris, have you
Alert.
Yeah.
You've got Trip Alert.
Yeah.
You both
Yeah.
have Trip Alert.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, okay, look, fine. You can both play the super match game. We'll just...
Okay.
Something's gone wrong here. Hang on.
Read Alert was
You
past
know,
the copy.
It's all
Virtual
gone
hang
wrong now.
Don't leave me hanging, Meg.
Brown.
This is
You
just
got
a
Brown Alert, right.
This is just a saga now, Dave.
Hashtag Nurse Life.
All right, okay, let's go to the super match game.
You're my wife now.
Right, here we go. So, with the
Run
super
away,
match game,
free.
the ordinary pattern of things is that I will show you a legend. I will then ask each of our panelists to offer you something called the blank. You are not obliged in any way to accept their answer. You can offer me your own. And I have three answers available to me, scoring either 50. Oh, not the Bristol skill chart. Oh, every time I see that in medical records. Oh. Why do we have to see the diagram?
Type 6.
Right, okay, so I will reveal a legend. Each of you can offer me an answer. You can borrow one from the panelists if you like. The three answers I have here are worth 50, 100, or 150 blanks. And this is what you're playing for.
The show's nearly over. We're not even halfway through.
Where's the prize?
The birthday show is always going to be like this. Go on.
Oh, yes, okay, so for 50 blanks, you're playing for the original giant green space hand from the episode Who Mourns for Adonis? There it is. For 100 blanks, you're playing for this original palm tree from Tracy Island
Palm tree.
from Thunderbirds.
Yeah, palm tree.
And for 150 blanks, you're paying, of course,
For the Barrowman DVD.
for an evening with John Barrowman.
It features his buttons.
So, here we go then. Here's tonight's legend. Are you ready? As of course, the Gaming Commission says I have to have it in writing. Here it comes. Captain Blank. Okay, so let me come to the panel first. So, Richard, would you like to give us a...
Hang on.
You don't have to write it down. You can just say
Oh,
it.
okay.
Captain. What goes after Captain?
Captain Blank.
Captain Velour.
Velour. Okay, Dan.
I'm going to go with Captain Picard.
Picard. Meg.
Bird's eye.
Captain Birdseye. Okay. Star Trek show. Chris. Okay.
Back to the kitchen one. God.
Would you like to take one of those answers, or would you like to take your own? Your own time.
I'm going to go with my own.
Come on, then. Tell us what it is.
What's wrong with that?
Christopher Pike.
Captain Pike. Okay, right. And Megan, last of all.
Captain Proton.
Captain Proton.
Oh,
right. Okay.
that's a good one.
So let's have a look. So, for 50 blanks, the answer was Koloth. Captain Koloth.
Proton's good, Megan.
Yeah.
For 100
It's the
blanks,
first one that popped in my head, so I went for it.
Kirk.
Kirk.
Yeah.
Captain
Not this
Kirk.
one.
or velour.
And for 150 blanks and no expense spared. Kangaroo.
Oh.
So no winners again this week. Once again, those prizes go back into the prize fund. And I'm still stuck with an evening with John Barrowman, which is probably more useful as a coaster now, as his career is over.
No, I think it's improved as Spike since he went on Dancing on Ice. Bless him.
I don't know if you've watched the news lately, Chris.
No, I haven't.
Maybe you should probably.
Look it up. That's all I'll say. Just look it up.
Barrowman's not in favour anymore.
Apparently, he's been sausage about behind the scenes.
So that brings to an end this evening's blankety blank. Let's go back to Stampity Stamp.
Do we say goodbye to our guests, or are we keeping them on?
Well, let's hear their guesses. Do you have a guess for the stamp?
Whoop.
Chris, who do you think it is?
I want to say it is Deanna Troy.
Okay, Megan?
Oh, that's a good one. My initial thought was Burnham, but then I was thinking possibly Spock from the Kelvin timeline.
Ooh. Right, well, let's see who it is.
I think it could be Saru. Because of the head.
Well, you should know, Dan, because you.
I don't. I've not looked. I've not looked. So let's have a look.
Oh, it's Malcolm Reed.
Told you.
No.
Told you it's that nonce from Enterprise.
Shut.
Hey, no, he's really nice.
Careful now.
We have a viewer
He was
in.
a nice chap, actually, wasn't he?
We have a viewer in watching us today from Turkey. Hello to our Turkish viewer.
What, ho?
Right.
I have an interesting story about Malcolm Reed.
Go on,
Go on,
then.
then.
At the last convention, so it was DST last year. There was a group of people doing massage, and he went and had one. And the lady that was massaging him at the time didn't actually know who he was. He just thought he was a regular Star Trek fan. To explain to her who she just touched up.
I challenged him to a fight, but he declined. True story.
Right. Shall we move on with the show?
Stay with us. Stay with us.
Would you like to stay on, or are you disappearing? It's your choice.
No, I can stay on if you
I'll
want.
stay. Yeah.
You're staying as well, guys. Then wear the Hawaiian shirt.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm not being funny. Where's your Hawaiian shirts, Chris and Megan?
God, terrible behaviour. Right,
Well,
I'll wear them at the event when we go to the event.
let's
I'm
do some
ordering
features.
one.
As we're already past our finishing time, quite dramatically.
It's your birthday.
What's the next feature? This one.
Right, well, this week we've got some fascinating fake news that I haven't thought of yet. Now, as we all know, Janeway's autobiography.
Hello, sweet. Yeah, I want to know what it is too. Yeah.
We had my review last week of Janeway's autobiography, which, if any of the viewers watched, I was very bowled over by, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The fake news, well, the real news, yeah, it's absolutely, it's really good. How far are you along with it, Megan?
I actually haven't had the chance to start reading it yet, so I'm very excited to get into it.
It's a wonderful book, and it's narrated by Kate Mulgrew, which is fantastic. Obviously, your book's probably not narrated by her; it'll be narrated by whoever's in your head talking to you. Could be Stephen Fry, but
imagine if it was Robert Beltran.
Oh God! Well, this is the news. Robert Beltran's autobiography is going to be coming out. Chakotay, My Life Under Janeway, and this is going to be released as a book. Yeah. It's going to be narrated by Robert Beltran, and it's going to feature all kinds of stuff about his vision quest, his animal guide. It's going to be
Right, that's it for fake news. Thank you very much. Right, real news time. Okay.
He just killed himself because of that.
Okay, so Paul's got his library. Belt ran. Okay, real news. Let's see real news. Goodness me, so many things on the show to do. There's no Carl to help. Right. Next bit of actual real news.
Brick here from one of the earlier cocktails we did.
Discovery Season 4 has finished being written as they are currently filming it. So that's the end of Discovery Season 4. That's going to be out hopefully next year. I think it's scheduled for next year. So yes, we are looking forward to that one.
Are you?
So
You might be.
Yeah, I am. I want to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, me too.
Jet Reno is coming back as...
Right. So I wanted to talk about this. I watched a really crap film on Netflix called Army of the Dead, where she plays exactly the same character as she does in Star Trek.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep, plays exactly. If you watch Army of the Dead on Netflix with Dave Bautista, the new Zack Snyder overrated film, she's in it. Can I call her she? I'm not sure. And she plays exactly the same character. She's very good in it. I think when people go from like an episode, a TV series, if you will, to a film, they don't always carry their weight in a big blockbuster film. She really was superb. I think she could easily do a lead in the film. I was bowled over with her. I thought she was great. Didn't much rate her in Discovery, but I thought she was really good in the zombie film on Netflix.
So I wanted to ask a question in this picture. Obviously, it's very futuristic, and there's this mycelium spore drive thing here, which you can see the mouse moving around. In the background, there is a futuristic milk pail with a number stick on it, because apparently having lots of milk while you're traversing the universe is important.
Well, otherwise, you'll only be good enough to play for Accrington Stanley, Dan.
Accrington Stanley? Who are they?
Showing your age, James. Right. This picture. Shazid Latifah said that the Section 31 show is still going to be done. It's just they're all waiting on people's schedules to line up, and there's rumblings of all that. So it's going to happen eventually, just no one actually knows when. So Michelle Yeoh will eventually be doing Section 31. That's because obviously Giorgio has been sent back in time by the Guardian of Forever.
Will Michelle Yeoh be the lead in the series? Is that
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Nice.
I love her.
Right. Scrolling quickly through because time is running away with us. Mirror War is a new set of comics by IDW. We know about this because we ended up speaking to the publicist/girlfriend for one of the artists the other day who came on.
Oh, mate, JK.
I'd like some time to reflect on this, please.
It's enough.
Is that it? That's the time to reflect.
Yes, reflect on the mirror. Yes, I get what you're saying. Haha, aren't you funny? As you can see down here, these look like Klingon skulls.
Has JK has he drawn this?
I don't know.
What you say, drawn it? No.
Illustrated.
Illustrated, yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Has JK illustrated this?
According to his girlfriend the other day, yes.
Marvel. Well,
That looks
obviously,
very much like his work.
yeah, we know the costume designs are his. We talked to him about that. That's fantastic. I mean, especially his counsellor Troy Marina Sirtis outfit was fantastic.
So this is coming out soon. You'll be able to order this from all good comic retailers. For Forbidden Planet to be a UK one if you wanted to get it ordered for delivery.
And if you don't order it, we know where you live, and we will find you.
Or we will just send you a copy.
Good luck.
If you're in Lincoln, you can go to Comic Culture.
There you go. Little plug for Chris's local comic store. That's all the Star Trek news. So it wasn't that much to get through, which is good. So welcome to the birthday year show. If you're just joining us, where have you been? We have some friends in from Turkey who keep saying Turkey in the comments. We know you're from Turkey. You're not our furthest away because I think Turkey is close.
This is Turkey calling.
How many points for Turkey?
You're doing such a good job of the show tonight, and we really love everything you're doing.
We're having such a great time here.
Such
Thank
a
you
great
for
time
the
here.
show.
Thank you for the show.
Who was your favourite act yesterday?
Oh, the MILFs, Serbia.
No, Moldova. Moldova was the best.
Serbia. Did you see the hair? The hair.
What-
On the, oh, wow.
If you're wondering what we're talking about, yesterday was the Eurovision Song Contest.
Of course, our viewer knows what we're talking about. Who wouldn't be watching?
Can I ask you guys a question? Since
Azerbaijan!
it's your birthday year,
Yeah,
so, 1 year. So you've been doing it for a year now, guys. And congratulations. What's
So
been
refined.
your highlights?
Oh, golly.
I think my favourite moment of the show was the episode that got banned. When we had Armus come in, which was my mate Jake. If you're watching, you were I said to it. He said, "What do I have to do?" I said, "Look, just put a black bin bag over yourself, and be really angry, and that's all you have to do." And he went, "Okay, I'll do that." And he thought he had a bin bag, and he didn't. He just had a small sack, so he literally just covered his head.
It was for a small pedal bin rather than an actual bin.
So he put it over his head, and he couldn't actually breathe. And you can see the plastic.
So you actually think he's being really angry, but he's not. He's actually choking to death, which is actually really funny.
Amazing. Yeah.
And
Children, if you're watching, don't do Armus cosplay.
Rogan's appeared
Yeah,
at least
don't try that at home.
Yeah, don't try that at home. No.
Yes, and Ronan, Rachel, if you're watching, who came on as Ronan's sexy ghost, that was a standout moment because poor Tony Lee had come in, who's an actual real celebrity person, and he said to me, "There won't be anything to embarrass me in this, will there?" I went, "No, it's just all fine." And then we had someone in a sheet going, "Woo, I'm a horny ghost."
Famous last word.
The only thing, we've not seen Tony Lee since.
And we've not seen him since.
Dan, what's yours?
Do you know what? I said it at the start of the show. It's been quite a year for this. It was started out as the four of us were already talking sort of weekly on video chats and stuff anyway. And I think all of us were struggling, is a fair way to say it. And what started out as let's just go online and see what we go. We've done virtual Trek conventions in this country and America. We've done quizzes on 4 or 5 of the major UK convention scene pages. We've done guests from all over the world, viewers from all over the world. It's just ridiculous.
Well,
and we have
Steve Gutenberg, though. He's not come on.
no.
Well, we did.
We've been invited.
He's the little ball, isn't it, to get Gutenberg on? Yes.
We've been invited to future events, which is really exciting. We had got invited to some this year, but they've had to cancel those because of travel restrictions. Which, yes, we were asked to go out to America, which blew my mind because it's just 4 English blokes just sort of nattering. And yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's just. It's humbling that people watch us just talk absolute nonsense for an hour. And they say an hour. It's an hour in now when they're finished.
I will say it's great entertainment. My wife is not a massive Star Trek fan, and she finds you guys very funny.
We're not
She
really
loves
a
the
Star
show.
Trek show, in case you hadn't noticed.
Especially for Chris's wife. We're going to do we'll get James and Richard. I'm going to zoom in on their camera if I can figure out how this works. This one. James and Richard. Chris's wife is a huge fan of the Three Amigos. Maybe she'd like to know what a plethora is.
Well, would you say I have a plethora of piñatas?
Yes, el guapo. Yeah, you say you have a plethora. That is it.
I don't know the next line.
Should we reverse roles?
Yes,
Is
go
it-
on then. I would say you have a plethora, yes.
Really, Ete? You would say I had a plethora?
Yes.
Ete, what is a plethora?
I do not know, I'm guapo.
Then why do you tell me I have a plethora when you don't know what a plethora is?
I don't know what to see you cross, El Guapo.
Oh, God, he really doesn't know the lines, does he?
I can't
I'll do both bits then.
El guapo, could it be that, in fact, you are angry with me, Epe, misdirecting your anger because you are angry with your bride-to-be tonight?
Still doesn't tell us what a
She
plethora
will
is, does it?
open like a flower. I know I do not have your intellect and education.
What's that? I've just had an email through. The show's been banned in Mexico. I don't know why that.
Oh.
We do tend to upset the Mexicans, don't we?
So Chris's wife, is not the most fantastic bit of the entire film. Is when the three amigos are storming El Guapo's castle, and they're all stood there in their gear, and a guard walks by, so they just go and freeze, and the guard just walks straight past.
Excuse me, are you the singing bush?
Alan Williams says, thanks for taking time to explain plethora to me. It really means a lot.
This is the bits I love about the show.
Oh yeah, just the laughs. It's just it
Maybe we
cheers
should
everyone up.
Maybe we should
everywhere.
do a
This
bit of
isn't
film that
forced.
doesn't involve coughing.
I don't have a hanger in my mouth at all. This isn't forced. It always makes me smile.
Little buttercup.
Chris and Megan, your PayPal payments are on the way, okay?
Thank you.
You and I will be together.
Is it time for me to plug the Riker's Beard merchandise, Dan?
Yeah, go on.
Plug it.
Right, so available from all good retail stores. Your USS Riker's Beard hat. Look at that.
That's real hat, 100%.
Real hat. There we go.
Ah.
And of course, the USS Riker's Beard box.
box. That's four-dimensional, that box.
It has within it. Oh, could it be the Riker's Beard mag?
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
That's got real Riker's Beard DNA in it.
It's double-sided.
You can clone your own Sir Richard now. Don't think we want more than one of those.
Let's not forget also on this evening's QVC, the Riker's Beard com badge.
Yay. I like that one.
I've got one of those.
There's the detail on that. Look at that. Anyone who's watching who wants one of these, message me.
I got one at DST 2019.
You did.
Love it.
You were lucky
Absolutely
there.
love it.
And we also have Trekkies Guide to the Galaxy merchandise, which is Trekkies Guide mugs, almost like when they were made at the same supplier.
Where's my Riker's Beard pencil?
You can also send the guys a gift as well if you want to buy them a drink.
We're going to do
Approach us at the bar in the Excel and use the secret code word, would you like a drink?
So we're going to have the four of us meet up, and we're going to meet up.
Don't forget the Riker's Beard gold bullion.
Our plan is to meet up in a Weatherspoons, and we're going to put our table number up and see if anyone sends us drinks. That's the plan. Talking of pencils, we've had this pencil sent through the post yesterday by the local council to promote recycling. Don't ask why. But it says it's made from real mushed up money. It was flexible. It's broken now.
You smashed your phone, isn't it?
This is like the episode where we broke the phone. Yes.
Oh dear.
Lots of laughs.
Talking of pencils, I remember DST when I was getting the pin badge. You showed me the pencils that you had left and the one that had a slight spelling mistake.
Yes, the Riker's bread pencil.
Yeah.
My phone got the supplier and said, "What's this?"
That'd be worth a fortune now.
Très amigo.
Right, let's have a look. Alan Windows says, how much for Riker's Beard merchandise?
Right, well,
Alan, I mean, say £10 for the mug plus postage.
it comes with a free DVD. If you want.
All time.
The original Tracy Island palm tree.
Oh God.
The hat, wherever that's gone, they were £15 plus postage to wherever you are. The com badge, I think I've only got 4 of these left. These were £10 each plus postage to wherever you are.
So the com badges are absolutely
we don't have the black ones or the red ones left anymore. They're all gone.
They're all gone. But the com badges really are beautiful pieces.
Yes,
They're amazing.
of course.
Yeah.
Being a guest on
Space Hand, I'll just chuck that in with any piece of merchandise.
Space Hand.
being
You need to do a proctological exam in space.
being a guest on Let's Talk Trek on screen costs you £50, so your invoices are in the post. Paul, your Trekkie's Guide mug. I've got one dug out for you. I'll get that over to you. Just give me a shout for that one. Paul's got a big collection of our merchandise. And did we sort out the jackets?
The jackets, it's just a question. I have to send a message to the supplier if you want one,
Paul,
and they'll make one up for you.
Did you want it? Did you really want a jacket? If you really want a jacket, we can sort you one out, Jack.
Yes, they came in at around about 50 quid, I think, each when they were made.
Yeah.
They're Letterman jackets, which is the American style from Happy Days.
Nice.
Right. And I'm sure
merchandising for now.
they
When
will
the
be
real money is made from the picture.
Have we made any money from this yet?
No, it all gets invested into the set, doesn't it?
From doing this every week, do we get paid?
No.
All right.
It costs us.
I'll just
right. So,
I never know if I've made any money or not because it just goes straight to my wife. So I could.
James, it's that time to do music.
I really do love that bit of theme tune, which, as everyone knows, is from Terrorhawks, except it's the Royal Philharmonic playing the Terrorhawks theme tune. But anyway, yes, this evening's wish clip is something that caught my eye about 4 days ago, which has since gone so viral, probably everyone has seen it.
Just quickly, that was the Royal Philharmonic.
Yes.
Is the Royal Grant Harmonic doesn't look good?
No.
Okay.
Neither is the Peggy harmonic.
Yeah.
No. So roll VT.
Act casual, no one's up.
Yeah, that went viral this week. Terribly good fun. I don't know who the bloke in the bottom right-hand corner was, but
what's the song called?
I
was trying to find it the other day. It was, my little boy was watching a film on Disney Plus, and that came up, and I was like, "That's really good."
Richard, I will send it you later. It's on my laptop.
Thank you.
Well, yes, that was terribly good fun. I thought everyone would enjoy that.
Right. Well, that is the end.
I don't like it.
Maybe we should record our own version and put it on TikTok so that can go viral.
So,
if you're on TikTok, doesn't that mean the Chinese own us or something?
I don't know. So let's have a look. We know that we're all allowed to see each other again now, which is amazing. So it's time to do our weekly short advert for where we will next see each other.
Ooh.
Robert Picardo here. And here's a toast to finally being together again at Destination Star Trek November 12th through 14th, 2021. We've waited a long time for this. Let's all be there.
Motif.
Is that the same weekend as the Winter Film and Comic Con, or is that a week later?
It's the same weekend as MCM Comic Con, and then I think the week after is the London Winter, I think.
Because Brian Blessed is at the Winter one.
Yeah.
Jive!
I'm sure everyone else has noted he's wearing the Let's Talk Trek Hawaiian shirt pineapple motif there that we've all agreed we're going to be wearing.
So we've done a bit of research as to what other shows are on at the XL that weekend, because XL obviously is a very large place and they do other shows. Can anyone like to guess as to what the show is? It's on the same time in the opposite hall?
Oh, well, last time in Birmingham, it was meant to be the sex show, wasn't it?
Yes, but it's not this time.
Caravan show.
Nope.
Food show?
Yacht show.
Nope. No. It's the house and cleaning show.
Ooh.
Okay.
See?
Random.
Yeah. Yes.
We
I can go get a Wonder Mop.
There was a Hawaiian shirt convention on.
I was going to say,
will there be an ironing section?
Maybe. Yes, it is the cleaning and house show. And it is also the London Vet show.
What these ex servicemen?
I think I'm more interested in DST personally.
I've been waiting
I
for
have
it.
to say, I'm going to be like a fly to shit for the house cleaning show. I'm in the market for a new Hoover, and I've had the same Dyson now for about 15 years. And
Again, we used to be a Star Trek show. Don't worry, it's all good.
Yeah.
I've just got this image of you're gonna have people that are serious about cleaning. You're gonna have lots of vets who are quite serious about their job, and then you're gonna have all these Trekkies just wandering amongst them.
I'm really serious about my cleaning. I can't wait. I love irons and Hoovers and all that. Oh yeah, can't get enough of it.
Go on, Chris.
So, who's the most excited to meet at DST this year?
Ooh,
These guys.
that is a good question.
I really want to
everybody
meet.
For one.
Go on.
These guys for one, because obviously I haven't seen them for 2 years now.
We last saw you at the Picard premiere.
20.
And if I remember rightly, I challenged you to
last
eat
year.
some salad and you refused. And then I said, have some alcohol. And you went, well, no. But no, yeah, you're absolutely right. I can't wait. I'm more excited to see people I haven't seen in too long than I am for any celebrity. I love you celebrities if you're watching Rob Beltran, but really I want to see just like
well, we've
people.
kind of met you already.
Yeah,
so,
well, I'd like to meet you guys.
Oh yeah.
But I also I'm missing one autograph on my Voyager print, so I'm looking forward to meeting Roxanne Dawson.
Yes, because she doesn't do conventions, mate.
No.
So back in the day when social media and that first got going, and Roxanne Dawson first came onto Facebook, I liked her and threw a sheep at her and whatnot, and I used to ping her messages back and forth, whether it was her genuinely or her stooge, whatever, I don't know. But she pinged me, and again, this is like 20 years ago, so she pinged me a message saying, I'm coming off of this now because there's too many weirdos. And I was like, oh, is that directed at me?
Because you said too many, virtual sheep. That's why.
Yeah.
Right. So let's quickly say this. If you're free this Tuesday, it is the London Film and Comic Con quiz at 8 p.m. I'm hosting that one. Showmasters, if you're listening, I know you guys I do quizzes for you and other bits and pieces. I would like, when it's Destination Star Trek, my request is this. When Chris Allsop walks up to Roxanne Dawson to get his autograph done, I would like Roxanne Dawson to look at Chris Allsop and go, are you Chris? And he'll go, yes, and be really excited. And she just goes, nah, and just turns away. That's what's got to happen. So Chris essentially cries in the middle of the auditorium.
I've been waiting for this autograph so long. If she does that, I will pee my pants.
If you wanted to get on her good side, ask her about her directing. That's what she likes to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think if I met Robbie McNeil and Garrett Wong, I'd probably ask about their podcast.
Yes.
Because obviously I'm a podcast producer myself, so just to get another insight, that would be good.
Delta Flyers podcast every week, well worth a listen to.
I'm very ignorant about this. Is this a podcast? What we do, or is this
We're a webcast.
We're a webcast.
Video
podcast.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I listen to a lot of audiobooks and so and you do notice the production for things where it's not visual, it's just audio. The production has to be a lot tighter, has to be a lot better for audio because you can't have gaps where you can just. You have to be saying something all the time, so it's a much tougher job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you do get time to sort of edit stuff down. It's not generally done live and streamed direct out to the world. So
we do it live because
of your stuff, Megan. Where do we go?
So our video cast podcast is Picking Brains. So we do live shows with people from the scare industry, and we do makeup challenges every week as well. So that's for you, Chris, because you were asking.
Oh, send us a link, Meg. We'll put that up.
Yep.
Well, you'll have watched the new Netflix zombie film. What did you think?
Not yet. And the annoying thing is, my family watched it yesterday when I was out doing my scare acting and didn't wait for me. So I was so annoyed when I woke up after my shift. I was like, you watched it without me?
Oh.
It's obviously it's a zombie film, so I was like, yeah, I love it, but it was not. It's not like it's like when Zombieland 2 came out. It was like, well, yeah, it was okay, but yeah.
Paul Simon says, remember the look in the comments from the people who'd been at the horse show at the Hilton Bar in Birmingham when it was Destination Star
Did they
Trek?
bridle at the Trekkies?
I can just imagine a load of like Trekkies in cosplay walking through, and then you've just got all the vets and the people obsessed with homes, and they're just looking at us like, what the
Did
heck?
they feel saddled with us?
Darren Jameson has put the name of the song up for you, Richard.
Ozone Dragoste Din Tay.
Okay.
Would the horse riding people have wanted to have taken a different tack?
Oh!
I think if you should come in, Megan, you should come in medical uniform. I know Lady Megan that was on before. She's doing Dr. Pulaski. She's had.
I'm planning on it, so.
Oh, she's got the official costume guide from the obsessive costuming dude. She's making guys. So I've
He's very good.
But I think essentially doctors should just randomly walk into the vet show and be like, "What is this? The Dark Ages?" And then just walk around out again.
You're using ketamine?
The wifey wants to say hi, guys.
Oh,
another guess.
Hello.
Hey!
Hello.
Hi.
good evening. Was the question of plethora sufficiently explained for you?
Other Megan is also doing
Plethora, they're explaining plethora from the free negos for you, friend.
Yes. I love that film.
Mrs. Chris, what would you like for your birthday?
What would I like for my birthday?
Let me ask that for you. A sweater!
Our weekend.
It's raining amigos from the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that film.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
night, Ed.
The finest film that's ever been made, apart from maybe Airplane.
I love the fact that Carl is not here, and we've had the most special guests since ever.
Look how many people are on screen.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
If you are watching us and you want to very quickly jump on and say hello, send us a very quick message now and we'll ping you the link. We'll see how many we can fit onto the screen at any one point.
Yeah. How many Trekkies can we get into one call?
Everyone just come because it's the anniversary show. Everyone to jump in and we'll do a
I
screen.
have already explained to them.
Yeah.
We'll do a screen for all our viewers. A fistful
Both
of
of them.
amigos. Good God.
Okay, Paul Simons, I will send you the link. Jump on.
Paul's coming in. Oh,
Right.
yes, I know I'm fat.
Because it's,
Hello, Stephen. So let me ask Chris and Megan, how many of the cocktails that I've inflicted on you over the last year have you made?
It's a big fat 0.
0.
I mean,
Because
is
I
it
haven't had the ingredients.
Have you seen how I've reacted when I've tasted them that's put you off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This one was okay. You can't really go wrong with gin.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we have in the cupboard is gin. So
Yeah.
You
Same
need,
here.
to be honest. I mean, is that what you're
Thinking.
drinking now, Megan?
I did just have a pink gin and tonic.
Oh.
and a fish bowl. Yeah, that and Bailey's.
A
Yeah,
fish bowl of the size of this thing.
I know. Yeah. You can get a lot of gin in there.
Yeah, well, no, the idea is you don't fill it to the brim. The reason it's so
I
big is
don't.
to capture the aroma.
Yeah, it was only like half full. So,
Still a decent size.
Oh.
oh dear.
I'm hoping Richard's going to be back with more drinks.
well, Stephen McCarthy's asked to come on, but I don't have him on Facebook, so I can't send him a link.
Is that a baby monitor there?
Yeah, she's fast asleep.
Hooray!
Um,
Chris, I've spent most of the last 4 days with both of my children throwing up over me. It's been great.
Oh
Oh, there's Alan.
Oh, cancel that Allen winno.
oh, can we tell him he's got no power here and send him off? Isn't that what you do when the cancel?
You have no power over me.
Cancel the window. That sounds like a TV series right there, doesn't it?
Jackie Weaver, you have no power. Go away.
You have no authority here. Right, I have to take a couple of break.
Oh, here we go. Another one.
Here we go. Hey.
Welcome to Virtual TrekCon. No, that's a registered event. We can't use that. Welcome to
No, you
virtual
can't.
convention.
I'm
There we
gonna
go.
post it.
That's 50% different.
Yeah, you did watch something. You've seen a bit and you gave up.
Yeah, true.
I did start you on the worst one, so.
Yeah. I'm just admitting I've never actually watched Star Trek for 15 minutes.
Oh, look at Paul's. Doesn't it look really futuristic?
Yeah. Oh, here we go, Meg. Here's the other Meg.
Meg.
And down studio. Here we're gonna get about a load of repeat.
It's weird having Meg Prime and Meg.
Yeah. So Meg from the other side of the house. How much does it take over your life?
It's everywhere.
I feel really bad. Steve McCarthy's asked one. I can't get him the link. Golly,
People just ping the show. Dan will send you the link. Jump on.
Yeah, Stephen, can you ping the page?
Well, we should probably say now that if you're watching this on iPlayer, that if you come in, it won't work, and you may still be charged. Okay, so don't try and come in on because this is live. If you're watching this, we're not time travelers.
I thought the thing to do as a disclaimer this week was we may misinterpret you on interview. Is what the current BBC policy is. So.
If you can get 10 people on screen, I'd be impressed.
1, 2. Well, James has disappeared.
No.
I just went behind the loo and walked into the airing cupboard.
The worrying thing is I don't have an airing cupboard.
Whose house was I in? It's the Incredible Hulk who's joined there. He's very green.
Paul, don't make him angry. Fuck's sake.
Hey, language, family show.
Blowing a hurricane out there.
Hold on.
Going to show us around here.
Oh, wow.
Look at the ceiling.
Look at that.
What?
Look at that.
That's amazing.
That's ace.
That's better. Slightly cheated.
Paul has a room there like a man does when he's allowed to just do what he wants.
Yeah.
Well, you mean that, guys?
That's ace.
That's beautiful.
I'll tell you what,
I love
Paul,
that.
I'll tell you what would improve your cinema room no end.
Yeah.
It would be this: an evening with John Barry.
No, you're okay. No thanks. No.
Improve it.
I'll put a Riker's Beard sticker on it for you.
That'll improve it.
Only 25 quid.
Right then, Paul McCarthy, I've just sent you a message on Facebook. You can join Paul if you view the message, all right?
Paul McCartney. Good God, we've got some bloody brass coming in here.
Not Paul McCartney, Paul McCarthy.
I've run out of thinking juice. I'm going to pop downstairs.
Okay. No, I'm good. I've got loads of thinking juice.
You haven't got you do not have a wine fridge in your office. That's disappointing.
The problem is, it's not that you can get cheaper wine. Well, you can get a decent wine fridge. All of them kick off a lot of heat. That's the problem, and I don't like being hot because I'm quite a hot person naturally.
Yeah, you are.
That's why I sit on a cooling cushion. It's not a height cushion. It's a cooling cushion. Look. Oh shit.
Oh, God, you guys crack me up.
So before the show started, when it was just myself, James, and Richard, I had to ask James to lower his chair down and Richard to higher his because the height difference between the two was so significant. James looked about a foot taller when he was sitting in the chair.
He's in a different chair. If I do the same with my chair,
oh no, we lost somebody.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Who's gone? It's your wife.
Other Meg.
Oh, other Meg.
Meg, yeah.
Oh, Paul's got a real. Oh, but we have gained the name.
Oh,
Yeah, Nadders.
Hey!
Hey!
Welcome to the birthday show.
good evening. Welcome to Let's Talk Trek. Please do not swear.
Or talk about Trek.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It looked like that ukulele was just being passed over to Megan there. That was brilliant.
Yeah, that was good timing. However, I don't think Megan noticed it. Megan, you need to rewatch this video back later and spot what you missed.
Okay.
Oh dear.
What happened?
No, it's just funny. I was trying to be, she missed the prompt, so it didn't work.
Where's Meg Prime? I don't know. Meg Prime has vanished.
Hello, Alan.
Oh dear.
Are you asking to be unmuted? Oh, you're just tickling Dan.
Where's Meg Prime? I don't know. Meg Prime.
Oh, you did.
Oh, sorry, there's a delay somewhere.
I think it's Alan's connection, maybe. No.
So my microphone can reach all the way to Dan.
I think it's Alan's connection, maybe. Hi, Steve.
James, to say hello to Stephen, please.
Hey, nice
Yeah,
to
welcome
nice
to
to
the
be
show,
aboard.
Stephen.
Hello.
Just a minute, I thought it was going to be Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
I can't believe Steve Gutenberg. Oh my. All right, prepare yourselves.
No, I don't think.
I feel like I'm in the Blue Oyster Club.
Right.
It's brilliant.
Can I just point out that in Richard's head, he thinks he looks like the Three Amigos. The reality is, he looks like the crappiest version of the Undertaker imaginable.
Oh, you don't need to do. You've got to do it. I'm sorry, all three of you have got to do it. Yay!
Well done.
Is this 10 people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
New
8,
record
9,
for the
10.
show.
Well, let's say hello to some people we don't normally say hello to. Steve, where are you from, buddy?
Nutley, New Jersey.
You are our furthest person on here tonight on live stream. How's
What
life
time is it in New Jersey?
Oh, in Nutley, New Jersey, right outside Manhattan.
Oh wow, man! So what time is it over there, Chappie?
I guess it would be Eastern time zone.
Eastern time. What time
You
is it?
guessed.
Around
We want you there.
5:30.
5:30 in the morning or in the evening?
He's checking his watch to tell if it's the evening or the morning.
Yeah, it's 5:30 p.m.
You
Yeah,
must
I think
be-
we're about 5 hours ahead. aren't we?
I think you're probably. It's clear he works nights. I know that it's difficult.
Oh, wait,
to,
wait.
Yeah.
It's when you work, you work nights when you're not quite sure if mornings are mornings and evenings are evenings, and your curtains and your blinds are blackouts. That's when you know that you're working a night.
And then your husband leaps into bed with you wearing this, and you're like, what the fuck? I just want to sleep. What's wrong with you? Why did I marry you? Fuck off.
Just wants a normal husband.
Let's also say hello to some other people. Nadim, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, great, thanks.
You're just over the hill from us, so you're
Just loving it, yeah.
We are just
What
down
time
the
is
road.
it where you are, Nadim?
10:29 and
Remember
36
to check
seconds.
his watch as well. The people who watch this show, are they just stoned?
And then we have Paul, who's in Wales, where it's 1854. That's the year, not the time.
Really?
We were doing okay till we came on the stage.
Listen, Nadim, tell us we will die like dogs.
Who likes dogs?
No. Tell us we will die like
Oh.
dogs.
You will die like dogs.
No, we will fight like lions.
Christoph says it's 11:30 p.m. or 23:30 where he currently
He's
is.
an hour ahead of us. Yes.
In Austria, yes. So
Now, he's a time traveller.
Yes, he's talking to us from.
He's talking to us from the future.
So hold on, but we're time travelers to Steve because we're in the future as well.
That's right.
Steve, welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Is there anything you would like to know from the future, Steve? Apart from
what lottery number should I play?
Oh, see, I knew lottery numbers was going to be the one.
Yeah.
What's the weather?
Unfortunately, the Temple Prime Directive tells us we're not allowed to tell you the lottery numbers.
We know what the weather's going to be like in England. It's raining still.
Yeah, we failed to install British summer again.
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as it's nice on the 30th, I don't care what it does.
30th.
What happens on the 30th, isn't it?
Amelia gets christened.
Oh.
Yeah.
The President, Mrs. Dillon, and I can't agree on a christening because, well, let's just say there's a difference of faiths.
Okay.
You, of course, being from the Church of Trek, which
Yeah, well, I couldn't get Kat to convert to the Church of Trek, so I just had to, good old Christianity.
They will learn you to wear a Trek suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Alan, it isn't. It's just cold and miserable.
Oh, Linda says, have you got faith of the heart? Oh.
Linda, getting on some of this. Getting on the. Come on, we need as many people in on this as possible.
True or false? Netflix introduced the skip intro function specifically for Faith of the Heart.
True.
I've got an interesting fact about Faith of the Heart.
God.
Is it a fact or a fact?
It's an actual fact.
It's an actual fact.
Actual fact. Trek facts.
So they released Faith of the Heart with the voice Russell Watson.
They did.
And they straight away, it was not well received. But they had to keep it going for 2 seasons because the voice Russell Watson was like, well, no, you've got to play it. And it wasn't until season 3 where they took the voice out and just had the music. But I've got to be honest with you, I like it. I think it's quite good.
The thing is, I liked it because it was different.
No, I didn't like it. Star Trek, it was different. I don't like things that are different. That's why I hate Discovery. But I thought, you know what? It's not a bad song. And the intro, it had sufficient amount of cheese. It was over the top. It was silly. I mean, at the time, Jerry Goldsmith was still alive, and it was just like, why haven't you just got Jerry to do it? Because he just does brilliant themes for all of them. So everyone's a bit pissed off about that, but it's not as bad as it sounds. It's just not a Star Trek intro theme, is it? That's the problem. It's a bit of good fun, but it's not a Star Trek intro theme.
They were trying to break the mold. That's the only thing with it, isn't it?
Let's have a look. So Christoph says, "Oh, really? What's going on there?" I just ruined the screen. Netflix is at least sets the jump marks right most of the time. That's it. Linda says she sings it in the shower, and Alan uses it in a church service. So.
Yeah.
There
I
you go.
like that.
It looks like you're trying to watch Discovery. Are you sure?
Do you know what, though? This is something we talked about on this show, actually, last year, about how memorable certain Star Trek theme tunes are. So, like, everyone knows the Discovery. Everyone knows, the Voyager and the DS9 and the TNG ones and the original series. If I was asked to hum the Discovery one now, I couldn't. I would start to, and then it would turn into that Royal Bank of Scotland or Lloyd's banking advert from a couple of years ago.
It starts with the Alexander Courage fanfare, and then it goes a bit sort of plinky plonky, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets a bit. It's not very memorable.
Anyone on stream right now hum it?
I can do it. Yeah.
Come on then.
Can you play it on your guitar?
No, you've gone wrong halfway through. She'll be coming round about you when she comes. Come on, Paul, you're Welsh. Welsh people can sing. Crack on.
I can't. I'm bad. I'm
That's a
probably
radical
class.
generalization.
Oh, hand in your Welsh passport.
Yeah, I saw how green was my valley.
Come on, Steve. You're near New Jersey. You're near New York. You're home of musicals. You should know this. So it's a grand generalization there.
I think I might do Faith of the Heart, but I don't watch Discovery enough to know the theme song.
I think this is the point that Dan's making, is that you can't. I mean, so as an example, can we all hum the Picard theme tune? Yeah, I think this is the point we're making. You know, Jerry Goldsmith did the best ones, didn't? There's hands down. He was the master. You know, sadly he's not with us anymore.
Oh, guys, I'll use that next week, Christoph.
Gently down the blank.
Gently down the blank.
Belts off, trousers down. Ears and knives.
If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream.
Was the Enterprise theme the first one to have lyrics?
Yes, it was.
Well, no, actually, it wasn't. The
TOS has them, but not used on screen.
It's very true.
Used, yeah.
So TOS has lyrics, and the reason being that Gene was told that if he wrote lyrics, he would get a songwriting. Is it a songwriting credit? I believe it is.
You get royalties, right?
Yeah, every time it's played, and that's why there are officially lyrics to it, but they're obviously never used. So.
It's called something Star Beyond Time.
Does anyone know what the lyrics are? I could get my guitar. We could sing them.
If only we had some kind of electronic devices connected to all the information in the world ever. That would look
I find all the information in the world ever very distracting.
This is why I can't get any work done.
Sorry, I should have
my dog Nemo.
Doggy. Let's see
He
the
likes
dog.
to look out the window. When I open the blinds, he wants to look out the window.
Oh, what is he? Let's see him.
Oh, he's a Yorkie.
Oh.
Little Yorkshire. He hates people, unfortunately. He wants to kill everybody.
He's from Yorkshire.
I'm from Yorkshire.
Starlight.
My
love is wandering in starflight.
How's thy doing, Yorkie? Want to gand out dagger?
Yeah, I think those were some of the lyrics.
As thy work down.
They are the lyrics. Steve won't get any of these references, Richard, because they are all.
Yeah, I work at a company and I have 2 British bosses, believe it or not. So I get some of the things you guys, refer to. But my boss thinks it's funny that I got hooked up with a Star Trek group on Facebook that's based in the UK. He thinks it's hilarious.
Especially when they see this. Yeah.
Right.
They'll be like, this is the weirdest Star Trek group we've ever seen. He looks like he's from the Three Amigos.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my wife and I actually met Martin Short at a charity fundraiser once. We spent some time talking to him.
He's meant to be amazing. When they had the premiere of the Three Amigos, Martin Short was the non-established star, and Steve Martin and Chevy Chase. They went down to the premiere and they said, "Should we wear tuxes?" And they went, "Yeah, but let's tell Martin we're wearing our costumes." So they went down to the premiere, and Steve Martin and Chevy Chase wearing tuxedos, and Martin Short's wearing this.
He's just
probably with a shirt. That
right.
It's Martin Short. He just put
a lot of ruffles.
I just thought, that TNG episode, Cause and Effect, where they go around in a time loop, and Data sends that message through the time loop to so they can decide how to get out of it, and he sends simply the number 3. And they interpret it to be 3 pips.
It's a bloody good guess, isn't it?
What if instead they'd gone, it must be something from the film The Three Amigos?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we get out of the time loop.
That's what I would have done. I personally would have gone, and then fired my rifle. Yeah.
Or you could have used the singing bush.
So you'd still be stuck in your time loop.
So what is? I know most of the people on here are UK based. Steve, what's your next Star Trek convention or event or Comic-Con or whatever your preference is?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like the lockdown, we've been pretty much under wraps for about a year and a few months. So I actually, the next event I signed up was for the Van Gogh exhibit. I wanted to bring my wife, where you actually walk inside the painting, sort of. I don't know if you have that over there in the UK.
They did the Van Gogh one. It was about 20 years ago. They did it next to London Eye. It was amazing, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's sort of like an immersive experience. I guess they say it's like an hour show, but you're kind of immersed in his actual paintings. It's sort of surrounds you 360 like, and so that's the next thing we signed up for.
For the rest, the audio commentary is only in mono, though.
Can I just point out for the other 9 people on this show, Steve has mentioned fine art and raised the IQ on this show by about 20 points. There. So,
very enlightened, Steve. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
3D surround sound.
So what other things apart from a Star Trek convention have we got on this year? Go around the table. Megan, go for you first.
Well, potentially London Film and Comic Con. Possibly,
cool.
Not sure yet. Just got
We might be there. Watch out for us.
I mean,
use the special code word. Would you like a drink?
Well, I might actually be working, so
behind the bar.
No, Megan is training to be a nurse, and we should be buying her a drink.
That's right. And then I've got a few scare acting bits and pieces throughout the year, so that'll be fun.
Cool.
Excellent. Paul, what are you on?
Only DST at the moment. I'm about LFCC at the moment. I'm not sure. I've got it booked in and hotel sorted, but it's still up in the air. But DST is penciled in as sort of a definite.
Fantastic. Councillor Alan Window.
It's frozen.
Booked in.
Alan.
Orlando
Yes, to Alan.
Methodist
Alan.
Conference in Birmingham. You can't hear me.
Oh yeah, we can hear you
I
now.
should be
We can hear you
here.
now.
Yeah.
Hello, can you?
Your internet's finally.
Can you hear me?
Connect.
Is it working? Is it working?
I've got a cat filter on. I can't see anything.
DTE. Birmingham.
This is like that episode when Picard's in slow motion.
Alan, draw a smiley face on the warp core breach.
I couldn't keep that up.
He's like a
Sorry,
Tory MP, isn't he? Look at him.
Well, we can't say
I
that.
I think we've lost him.
Oh, moving on. Chris, what are you looking forward to?
So, of course, DST, and I'm also attending the UK Games Expo. So, if you're into board games, check that one out as well, because that's going ahead now.
Nadim, what are you? What's your big thing you're looking forward to this year?
Yeah, I like to run, so I'm doing the Yorkshire Marathon in October, and
that's a toughie.
And Glasgow Half as well. But I'll be at DST like on the Saturday and Sunday.
You'll be at DST, lovely.
And I can't wait to meet all of you guys.
If you like running in the Rikers Beard group, we have Joe Pelleru, who's doing London Marathon this year. We've got Neil, who does Neil do ultras? James.
Neil just runs every day just for the hell of it. I don't know what's wrong.
I think I have a feeling Neil does ultras, so he's very much into the running as well. So
he's a very fit man. Yes.
Yes.
He probably doesn't drink enough.
He's probably responsible and eats salad.
I had a salad once. I didn't like him.
I mean, I'm second-hand vegan, if that helps.
I'm a vegan, but there's different levels of vegan. So no, but there are. It's similar to competing Street Fighter. So you have
Practice
some
vegan.
you got some like I'm a vegetarian, but I eat fish. All right, okay. Well, I'm a vegan, but I eat avocado. You know, there's like you can level up as a vegan. There's some vegans that won't touch anything unless it's naturally fallen from a tree, and you can find them in a cemetery. But
how to offend every vegan in less than 30 seconds.
but it's true. So
Pigs can fall out of trees.
So I'm a weekday vegetarian, and I'm a full day land vegan. Now this means that I exclusively will only eat meat that's not from the sea. So I don't eat fish. You got vegetarians that eat fish. I don't eat fish. I'm a different kind of vegetarian. I'm a different kind of vegan. There's all different levels of what you will eat, what you won't eat. But what you have to get down to is that there's the people that do it for health reasons and all the rest of it. But the best people are the ones who do it for the saving the planet reasons. They're the pescatarians, and they'll eat fucking anything.
So Meg Prime, that was on before she went to bed. She is a weekday vegan, so she's vegan Monday to Saturday, and then Saturday, Sunday she does what she wants. And it's sort of by affiliation because it's easier than it is for cooking for two. I am as well because it's easier to support when So there's that, but it doesn't mean that if I go to work, for instance, I won't maybe go for a sandwich like with beef in it because that's like at work. It's not at home. But I'm vegan when I'm at home in the weekday, if that makes sense. So.
Well, I mean, give it fair dues. I've been a weekday vegetarian for 2 years now, and my cholesterol's gone up. So there you go. But I'm sure there's half a pig somewhere that's well happy.
I'm going to bring it back to Trek here and actually say I'm a total advocate of someone actually inventing, actual food replicators because it will solve a lot of problems in our world.
Science is heading that way. We can grow meat.
We already can.
Yeah,
we can. We can.
It all tastes like mushrooms, and I don't like mushrooms.
I mean, one of the biggest issues I have at the moment, and I'm not sure if anyone on here is vegetarian or vegan. If it is, it's not to upset them. One of the biggest issues that we found with the wife doing weekday vegan is some of the meat-based substitutes are actually more expensive than it is to go and buy meat. And until they level out that price difference between what they want and the mass-produced meat market, there will always be.
They have a sugar tax. They don't have a meat tax. I genuinely think that's crazy.
If
they released the vegetarian burger, but this is in the UK. They released the as good as meat burger for Burger King and the good as chicken burger at KFC, and they were more expensive than the meat ones.
Now this was actually going to be my point.
That's insane.
If you go to McDonald's today, you can pick up a double cheeseburger for 99p. It's on offer at the moment, or 99 cents if you're in the US, and you can pick up a vegetarian burger for £3.29.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
So, and the huge price difference. It's like, well, it's the same. It's the same guess with electric vehicles. Electric vehicles are going to be the future of stopping pollution or a vast reducer of pollution. But until they make the market a lot cheaper, and until you get the charging infrastructure installed properly and stuff.
And how do you produce the electricity to start with? Of course.
Yeah.
I've already figured out that Tesla are going to be wiped out by India. They're going to have tuk-tuks, the little cycle things with people sat in the back. That'll be people pedaling round with someone in the back. That's what will take over. You get an umbrella, and you can sit, and that's more economical than a Tesla. And I've already seen the Just Eat people. Most of them around here use bicycles. It'll be tuk-tuks. There'll be a chap on the front pedaling L for leather with two people in the back. That's what it'll be.
Yes, a rickshaw. You get those in London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, rickshaw. Yeah.
Rickshaws, yes.
Yeah, rickshaw, yeah.
And there you go. Christopher's just confirmed what I was just saying. I mean, going back to cars, and this has gone completely off track now, but going back to cars, we've just changed our electric vehicle out for a electric petrol hybrid. And the reason we've gone back to an ICE engine is because the infrastructure just doesn't exist in this country. It was too hard to run it. You had to plan too much. The charging wasn't good in this area. The temperature made massive issues.
You do live north of the wall. Down here, we've got we have special points where you can plug your vehicle in, like at the supermarkets, petrol stations, even at the gym. Everywhere you go down north of the wall, you can plug a vehicle in. They probably just won't. The Tories won't put the money in up north because I know you'll probably just plug it into your Sky Dish and get the boxing for free.
Now, I'm addressing Councillor Window here as our resident politician. This is my energy policy that I think also works for health. And it is to put all school children on treadmills during the course of the day, burn off the excess energy they all have that's otherwise wasted.
That's a good idea.
Those treadmills are connected to dynamos, and at once you solve both the energy crisis and the obesity crisis.
I'm voting for you, Alan. That's amazing.
If that's your policy, Alan, we're all behind you.
Alan, that's
If you
brilliant.
strap them
Well
in,
done, Alan.
then you
Well
can solve
done.
COVID as well.
Well done, Alan.
Alan's looking like he doesn't want us to write his policy for him.
Fantastic idea.
Children will be healthier, the energy crisis is solved, they'll come home, they'll be tired, they'll want to go to bed on time.
Just a cycle of slavery.
Everyone north of the M25 is going, why can't we just send them down the pit like we used to?
Well, frankly, if everybody stood at a treadmill at their desks powering their own computers or whatever, just think of all the benefits we'd all enjoy from that.
Okay, so viewers.
Okay, I'm going to get even more philosophical in here and talk about Trek theology. What if we actually did away with money and there was no, work culture? You worked for getting better stuff.
We'd be communists.
Hello to the Communist Party over there. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
James's idea of us peddling to power our computer. Now, this is not me just saying how fancy my office is, but we're sat here now looking at a monitor that is 1.2 meters long that we're actually getting a suntan off of. Like, could you imagine how hard we'd be having to pedal to power this freaking monitor? It's got an energy rating of F-.
What SPF were you wearing, by the way?
In your basement to keep it running, yeah. This monitor runs on fission power.
I did want to be I'll just going to appear at a moment. But...
There's a reason why James and I
I've got no chance then.
Oh, here we go. Wait for it.
Hold on. Try powering up all of this and then you're going to get worried.
That's honestly, Paul,
Wow.
I know what you're saying. This monitor's 1.2 meters long. It's ridiculous.
If I put this on screen share, you can see the picture that I got sent before of them looking at the monitor.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
my God.
I want one of those.
And I
It's a
thought my
biggie, isn't it?
Oh, I actually want one of those. I was this close to
like it.
scoring
Is
one
it
for a
good?
review.
Is that curved?
I have to admit, in all honesty, it took me a day to get used to it. Now I've gotten used to it. I would never go back. This is something I wish I got a long time ago. It's brilliant.
What is it?
It's two more stacked on top of it.
So, Richard, the question was, is it curved?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to have a little curve in it.
And does it fit on your desk, or do you have to use a TV trolley?
It does come with a stand. It's a really nice stand, but I use a TV trolley myself because it gives me more desk space. My day job, I work in IT. I need a lot of desk space, so I kind of have no choice. I have to use it for that. When I say I work in IT, I mean I kind of sit around and watch Netflix a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Awesome.
Not as much as I'd like, but I'm working on a big promotion.
Oh, do you remember when we used to be a Trek show?
That's my line. I did try to bring it back for you.
And all for one.
Don't forget
Three
our
brave amigos.
show,
are
Let's
we.
Talk Trek Noir.
Yes, if anyone would like to see Let's Talk Trek Noir, please let us know.
As everybody's on the thing, should we make this a slightly Star Trek show again?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that just stops, doesn't it? Talking about your monitor, Darren Jameson says the Enterprise wants its view screen back.
I think that's Paul's screen with the big blue band around it.
We are waiting for Paul to rotate to see the aforementioned screen.
Oh, right, okay. What you mean?
That's very much Kirk's Enterprise has that big blue band around the screen.
I did try to get, like in Undiscovered Country, the red lights going around at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Paul,
I couldn't get it organised within the time that I wanted to build it to do it.
I've got to ask for a bit more of a tour than that because you had some artwork on the wall there. So if you pick your camera up and turn it to my right, I can't help to work it out. My right, more my right.
Please
or
turn
your
to
left.
your
That's it.
emergency
That
medical
way. That's it. What you got
holographic
there?
Oh, it's Sean Connery.
That's Sean Connery.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. What else
And
have you
then
got?
My hidden cabinets.
Oh, is that where you keep your porn?
So Marvel.
No, what?
That's
Paul,
Marvel.
What
right?
you totally need there is those lights there under the screen that go.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to get.
Is Debbie
I
does
was hoping to get those. And then I've got literally everything in that cabinet. That's one.
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover there.
That is.
Yes. That's the original from back in the day.
I have to stop you right there and trump you and say that I own that LP, the original.
That is the LP.
Oh, you've got the LP?
No, that is the LP. It's a
Is that the
stand.
original? Is that the original press?
Yeah.
So if you flip over to the B side and you play it backwards on a record player, what do you get?
A broken needle.
As you can see, it's being vandalized by my dad.
So if you have you got a record player?
I am got one plugged in at the moment, but it is
No.
available.
Listen. Honestly, tomorrow, if that's an original press,
Yeah.
flip it over the B side, put it on a record player,
Yeah.
and with your hand play it backwards, the last few bits towards the middle, and you'll hear something which is legendary.
Yeah, I know the one.
I don't know,
in
you're
here,
gonna scratch the vinyl.
let's pull this open. Have a look. You said about power. Try looking at all those plugs.
Oh.
Can you say power in a more Scottish accent?
I don't think so.
Power!
And you wanted the
Power.
display cabinet.
Oh, that's Aquaman.
Nice.
Aquaman's very underrated.
the best one!
And then it goes down,
He's got all the powers that Superman has, and he can talk to fish.
and then it goes up. My Marvel. And then I've got the rest of them over here. That is literally
What's Aquaman's power? Because Superman is powered by Earth's yellow sun, isn't he?
He's powered by fish.
Fish.
And the invisible door.
He's powered by probably fish oil.
And the invisible door.
Omega-3.
Cod oil. Yeah. He takes cod liver oil.
Yeah.
Well, guys, is this your longest show? You've been going for
2 hours.
Hang
No,
on,
no,
2
no.
hours now.
We watched Star Trek 5 together, and that took an eternity.
James watching it about 20 minutes.
What time we spent on Blankety Blank?
Our longest show we when we watched Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which will feel like it drags on for about 50 years.
That was my mistake with introducing my wife to Star Trek. I started with the motion picture. She got bored within the first 15 minutes.
Amateur move, my friend. Do not start with the motion picture. If you wanted someone to confess to a crime, you would sit them in a room, you would strap them to a chair, you would hold their eyeballs open, and you would play Star Trek: The Motion Picture. They will confess to anything. That's how Special Forces do it. That's exactly how
you
they
want
do
to
it.
get your wife into Star Trek, you put on Code of Honor. Right. And she'll go, "What's wrong with you?" And you'll go, well, wouldn't you like to find out?
What about Sub Rosa?
No, Code of Honor.
All right,
Do you want the vaccine?
Let's make this very Star Trek related then. If you had someone who is not a Star Trek fan and you had to introduce them to any episode or film and you can only choose one, what would you go for?
Who's not into Star Trek or not into sci-fi?
Not seen any Star Trek.
Not seen any Star Trek, so they're probably a non.
Okay, with sci-fi.
First Contact, the film.
Good show.
Yeah,
First Contact. But people aren't going to know any of the backstory on the characters.
I think Wrath of Khan would be like a better film, because that's as a standalone film. I think that's it's not my favourite one by a long shot, but I think as a standalone, I think that's a really, really good introduction to Star Trek. It's exciting, it's chest hair,
Undiscovered Country is a good film as a standalone as well.
Yeah, no, thank you, Dan. I agree with you there. I think Undiscovered Country is good.
Is that the one with Christopher Plummer?
Yeah.
Yes.
But again, you're missing the entire backstory to it if you jump in there.
But this is interesting about where we're talking Discovery before, and what Strange New Worlds have said, and we talked about this on the show in previous weeks, that Strange New Worlds is going to go episodic again because they want to do that self-contained episode in a bottle thing.
Monster of the Week.
Yes, whereas Discovery is very much an arc that you can't really... At no point in the last year of lockdown have I decided to...
Fathom's a good word.
Fathom.
Fathom is a word you cannot associate with Discovery.
At no point in the last year of lockdown have I turned on the TV and just gone to Netflix and pressed play on a random Discovery episode. I've done that with plenty of DS9 and TNG episodes, but not decided, I'm just going to... Because you can't pick it up halfway through. You have to watch it from season start point or back.
But even if you watch Discovery all the way
evening,
through, it
guys.
still doesn't make any sense.
Chris is saying good night, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, but my laptop's about to die, so
Actually,
take it easy.
We're probably going to have to say goodnight as well.
I think we probably should wrap up after 2 hours.
I think we should wrap up now. Can I, before Dan closes off officially, can I just say it's fucking lovely to see you all.
It is.
Terribly
It's
nice.
amazing.
It's been an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been great.
Like,
That's code for I'm not doing this again.
you're like,
I see you.
cannot wait for the day we can all see each other in person.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
It's coming.
Yes. Just it's weird, isn't it? It takes the world to change to make everyone realise how much we all miss each other, type thing. But there we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the whole reason this show was started. So we're back to the beginning of the show.
Oh, we're not starting again, are we? Oh.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Wait.
Oh, we're back to the beginning of the show. All right, I'll get ready. Right then, we've had the practice right from the top. So we do that, then we do this, and then it's that, and then it's that, and we're done. Right. So,
Stumpy stamp.
It is a sweater.
I love the fact that someone's like, stamp, you forgot to stamp on your stamp. All right, fine.
Hello, welcome to Blankety Blank.
Again.
So we call that
Oh,
match
dear.
game in the US.
I'll tell you what, Will Wheaton, you need to watch this show, mate. Get some ideas when you're doing After Track. Okay?
Hint, hint.
I've got a joke.
Oh God.
Right. So the card says to Weason, "What's the difference between your mother
Oh no!
and the Prime Directive?"
What?
What's the difference between your mother and the
Mute.
What? Oh, I lost him. What a shame.
Wesley? Your mother? I have never violated the Prime Directive.
Enough. I think it's time to say good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank
it's been
you.
fun.
Good night. That was great.
Okay, happy anniversary on the show, guys.
Happy
Thanks,
anniversary,
Paul.
guys.
Thanks, thanks, Alan. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Megan. Thanks, everyone. We love you so much.